Hi guys, I'm Linda.
I'm Vicki.
And we're in the True Crime Tavern today. We have a Lori Vallow update, so we wanted to start out with that. And what did you find out, Vicki?
Well, I'm really happy to say that Lori was indicted in Maricopa County in Arizona for the murder, for conspiracy to murder Charles Vallow.
Finally, yeah.
And for those of you who need a refresher, on July 11th, 2019, Alex Cox, Lori's brother, shot Charles Vallow. He claimed it was in self-defense. There's body cam footage that shows police questioning Alex after Alex had called them to come to the scene, where he claims Charles hit him with a bat and repeatedly tried to assault him with a bat. So he retrieved the gun from his bedroom and shot him. I was surprised at that point that the police just didn't do very much about
just
it.
pretty much let it go. We just asked him and Lori questions, and
Yeah,
think anything more came of it.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but hopefully he'll have some justice now. But Alex also claimed that Ty Lee was the one who got the bat to stop Charles from arguing with Lori. Charles supposedly grabbed the bat from Ty Lee, and Lori left then with JJ and Ty Lee. Also, body cam footage shows that Lori is returning with Ty Lee and joked about her neighbors seeing the activity.
It's horrible.
Since she had just moved in there like 3 weeks ago. She was cool as a cucumber. Acted like it was no big deal.
Yeah, like her ex-husband wasn't just shot to death. Shot to death
in her house.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is Lori is now implicated in 4 murders. The murders of her 2 children, Ty Lee and JJ. Also Chad's wife, Chad Daybell's deceased wife, Tammy Daybell. And that they're in Idaho. And also now Charles Vallow in Arizona. So it's 4 murders in 2 states.
Yeah. Now she won't be sent back to Arizona until the trial is up in Idaho.
That's correct. However, she has been found or deemed to be incompetent to stand trial.
Right.
So Idaho has given her, I don't know, what do you call it? She is now in the custody of the Idaho Department of Health. And they are now allowed 90 days to get her restored to competency.
To stand trial, yeah.
And then if 90 days doesn't work, she's given another 180 days.
Wow, so it could be another year.
It could be a while. Now that she knows how to play the game, who knows how long.
Right.
Because it'll keep going until she gets restored. She's not going to get off scot-free.
Right. Yeah.
She's going to have a trial.
Regardless.
Right. They want to know
how long it'll take.
Right. They want to know that she understands the courtroom, how it applies to the crime, and they want her to be able to assist in her defense with her attorney.
Okay.
And that's what they're saying she's not able to do now.
Right.
So hearings, trials, everything's on hold in both Arizona and Idaho until she's restored.
Yeah.
But the prosecutor had originally objected to this
Competency.
the competency findings, and he withdrew it, after he got his own expert to review the charges. So that's where it is now. I don't know. Excuse me. I have notes written on my computer here.
Yeah, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office announced yesterday, today is Wednesday, June 30th, on Tuesday, June 29th, that a grand jury indicted Lori Vallow on one count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in the death of her former husband, Charles Vallow. And like Vicky said, she is indicted for the deaths of her 2 children, as well as Chad's wife, Tammy. And I believe I read something that they will also revisit Joseph Ryan's death as well.
Right, there's like really 2 suspicious deaths. Joseph Ryan, who at the time he died, they said it was a heart attack. And also Alex, because it's interesting that he died the day after they exhumed Tammy's body.
That was really strange.
And again, they said his was natural causes. But what correlates, I mean, Tammy Daybell, when she died, when they found her, she supposedly had some pink froth foam coming from her mouth. And so did Alex.
Yes. We did hear that as well.
We talked about a forensic expert. Her name was Barbara Butcher in a previous video. You can go back and take a look at that. She said usually when that occurs, it's the result of poisoning. The poisoning is what happens to the body that makes these clots to form this foam.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, that's interesting. You know, they really need to go back and take another look at these. I don't know. Was Joseph Ryan was cremated, wasn't he?
I don't think. Oh, I don't know. I really don't remember if he was cremated.
Whatever they can do to look at it, take another look at it. They should, because it's just so fishy.
Yes. For sure.
You know, so
yeah,
we shall see.
Yeah, so we did want to bring that to you guys as soon as we heard about it, because there's just another person that has died at the hands of, allegedly at the hands of Lori Vallow. So
now I have the dates of the deaths, so we can take a look at that. So July 11th of 2019 is when Alex shot Charles. Then September of 2019 is when Tylee allegedly was murdered.
okay.
Also in October 2019, Tammy Daybell was allegedly murdered. November is when JJ was murdered, and that was also in 2019.
Wow, so November. So Tylee was last seen in September, and JJ was last seen in November. Okay.
December 12th is when Alex died. And he died, and they said it was natural causes. So, I mean, there's all kinds of circumstances around it. We don't have all the information, but it's going to come out.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, it's like she's a serial killer.
Well, yeah, well, what makes a serial killer? More than 2 people?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then
you know, so far it's 4.
Yeah.
With the possibility of 2 more.
If she is found guilty for all of these murders, she definitely is a serial killer.
And then once it goes to jury, these cases are so intertwined. So Arizona has a set of circumstances, Idaho has another set of circumstances. So what's the jury going to hear in both cases? Are they...
Well, they can only hear what's specific to that case. So I don't think the jury in Idaho can hear anything about Charles's death.
Well,
I could be wrong, but
that's my question, because
Yeah.
it's so intertwined about
Right.
their dark spirits, their light spirits, their zombies, their insurance payouts, and both in him and her, their religious beliefs, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm not sure. It's going to be up to a judge to decide what they're allowed to hear.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, it's just the plot thickens. It's just
Like, it isn't thick enough at this point.
There's just so much around these 4 deaths that
Yeah.
are, you know, intertwined. It's the only word I can use. So, I don't know. Well, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah, I do have some notes about Phoenix police are reviewing the death of Lori Vallow's third ex-husband, like I said, Joe Ryan, after new evidence cast doubts on whether Ryan died of natural causes.
Ooh.
What that new evidence is, we really don't
I
know,
don't know that.
but
They had already taken a second look at his case.
maybe there's something else that they have found.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, so just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the trend, there seems to be a trend on who passed away because of what they knew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Tylee with the whole Alex shooting Charles. What did she really know?
Yeah.
And also Alex, I think he wrote his own death sentence when he told Melanie Gibb. She asked him, "What do you think happened to the kids?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You don't want to know."
Yeah. He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah. So I think that really alerted them to maybe they needed to do something about Alex.
Yeah. I think most of the deaths are well, let's see. Tylee knew too much. Alex knew too much. Tammy seemed to be in the way. Did JJ know too much too? Or was he a little bit of both? He knew too much, plus he was in the way.
I don't know what JJ knew. He could certainly understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and if did you see the Lifetime movie?
I did not. And we had somebody comment about how horrible it was. So I haven't had a chance to see that.
And they put their own twist on things.
Right.
And they made JJ seem like whenever anybody asked him where his father was Charles, that he would reply, "Oh, my dad's working in California," which is what she told him. So, you know, I mean, he could, if he knew the truth, he could say the truth. Is what I'm pointing out. And I don't know what he knew. You know, I don't know whether he was present. Nobody knows for Alex's shooting.
Yeah. There are different reports. He was in the car waiting to go to school.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Why would he be left out in the car by himself when they're all in the house? You know, you just don't know.
The other report is that she probably lured Charles to the house.
Yeah.
Somehow. So this is part of the conspiracy charges. She somehow got him to come there. Why would he come there on a day that, you know, the little boy's going to go to school? You know?
I mean, I was under the impression from reading that he was going to, I thought Charles was going to take him to school. So, you know, who knows? Of course, it could be she lured him, said, well, why don't you take him to school?
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
you know, it was all a setup anyway.
Right. So,
yeah.
but again, once she's redeemed, or restored.
Yeah, restored.
Restored, not redeemed. Once she's restored to competency, the first trial will be in Idaho.
Yes.
Then after Idaho will be Maricopa County in Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to note, just a side note, that Jodi Arias was tried in Maricopa County.
Really? Wow. It's another wonderful woman.
Yeah.
That we've heard of.
So, with any luck, we'll get the same jury.
Yeah. Yeah, these...
but she is toast, and I'm quoting the internet lady, I don't know her name, forgive me, from Web Sleuths.
Oh, yes.
And, she used that word. She said, she's toast.
Yeah.
And I really believe she is after this. If one doesn't get her, the other one will.
Right. And it looks like they haven't brought charges against Chad for Charles. So at that point in their relationship, I guess he wasn't a part of this. Would be interesting if they found out that he might have had something to do or was conspiring with the two of them to do this. So that wasn't in any of the information that we found. Who knows? Who knows what they'll find in the future or what they have that we don't know.
Right, and the twist in the Lifetime movie made Chad look like he was the one who encouraged her in every way.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah,
but,
he was the one who told her she's a god, she can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he and with the dark and the light and the zombies, it all started with him.
I know, but she's always had really, her whole life has been chaos, it seems. So there's always been something going on with someone in her life. Like, she's been manipulative the whole time.
Yeah,
so
especially with Joseph Ryan.
If somebody's going to tell her all this wonderful stuff, she's going to do it regardless because it's all about her.
Yeah. And she was manipulative with Joseph Ryan because they were going through a nasty custody fight.
Same with Charles.
Right.
And his custody battle with his children from his first marriage or second marriage.
Right.
So yeah, she manipulated a lot that went on with that, and they were always in court fighting about kids.
And not to justify her competency, because I really don't believe it. I don't. Her father was said to be schizophrenic. Her sister, who passed away, is it Stacy?
Stacy, I think. Yeah, that's Melanie's mother.
She also was diagnosed as schizophrenic. There were some really weird things that she had done. She passed away as a result of her diabetes, supposedly.
Yeah, or I don't know. I think she didn't eat a lot.
Yeah,
so
that was part of it too.
Maybe she also had some anorexia issues.
If schizophrenia is genetic, I don't know if it is. It's in her family.
Yeah.
And she definitely fits the bill as far as I'm concerned. But I think she knows right from wrong, and I think she does understand the courtroom proceedings, or she wouldn't have fought so hard not to obey the court orders in the beginning.
Yeah.
So she's slick. She's really very slick.
Yeah. The only thing that I'd have to say is Rob Wood also agreed that she needed to be brought back to competency. I can't even say that. So I don't know what they have in
the records.
That made him also say, yes, you have to.
Right, and he didn't at first. He objected to it.
Right, but then he got the information.
He got the information, and he had his experts review it. And they found that whatever was in that report showed that she really was not able to understand. But again, I think she's smart enough to know how to make it look like she doesn't understand.
Yeah, she might be able to pull the wool over people's eyes for a while, but then
she did for a long time.
Yeah, things will come out, or you don't know. We don't know what is entailed in bringing her back to competency. Maybe they can video her. Maybe they can have, who knows, have a camera on her 24/7. That would show if she can't she's trying to just play a part. She can't do that 24/7. I don't know.
Well, that might be why Mark means he's filed a motion to have a hearing so that he is involved in her treatment. He's involved in her treatment. He wants to know all the medications. He wants to know what they're doing for treatment. And, is he a doctor? No.
No, I don't think
I don't know why.
I think they're saying no, that this isn't what lawyers,
well,
they're not a part of this, so.
Right, but there is going to be a hearing on it.
Oh, jeez.
And I thought it was coming up pretty soon. So, and of course he's also complaining that he didn't get all the discovery. That's an old story with him. He wants so many things that Woods says is absurd. Everything that was ever written in phone calls and emails and things that
he doesn't even have, Rob Wood doesn't even have, so.
So I don't know. I'd be surprised if he stays on. He's now complaining about not getting any money yet. So I'd be surprised if he really stayed on this case for the whole time.
Yeah,
and
well,
especially, I don't know, is he allowed to practice law in Arizona? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think you'd have to have the law license in that state.
Right.
Yeah.
So who knows what will happen then.
Exactly. Yeah. So we just wanted to bring this to you. Is there anything else? I know I wanted to tell our viewers, that things have changed a little bit. So we won't be able to bring you videos weekly like we have in the past. We're going to try to give you updates as soon as we get them. But just know, give us, this summer's a little bit hectic with our schedule. So we're going to try to give you the information when it comes in, but it probably won't be weekly like it has been in the past. So I just wanted to let people know that. Don't forget about us. We'll be there when there are updates and breaking news and that sort of thing. But I wanted to let you guys know that we are still around. It's just not going to be as frequent as it has been in the past. And like I said, the summer's just, with schedules and everything else going on, it's really hard to do this.
Marge and Keith aren't with us. They have a scheduling conflict now. So it's just par for the course.
Yep.
And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Hit the little thumbs up and the little bell, because then you'll be notified whenever we do upload content, and you'll be able to get the information from us.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. You don't know how much. Wish we could do this, every week like we have been, but it's getting a little difficult right now. But, we'll be back and we'll try to bring you as much of the new information
as we can.
Yeah, so we still have the other one in Colorado, Morphew. So when we get information about the Morphew case, I think that's going to happen in August.
Is it?
I think so. But we'll try to bring you some of that information as soon as we find out.
And I know, and I'm sure you'll hear before then, but Chad Daybell's trial right now is set for November 8th. And there was some concern that even then it might be delayed because of discovery issues that they're claiming they won't have time to review by November.
I'm not working in their office, so I can't. It just seems like a long stretch of.
I don't know, but I've been employed. It hasn't been in a law office, but if I have something that I had to research and write up, or
it's not going to take months to do. But
and I was given it with a deadline, and that might be the problem. I was given it with a deadline, and I couldn't say, well, I need 3 extra months.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that happens in law either, but I really think the judge has to enforce that deadline. So there'll be hearings before the actual trial date.
Mm-hmm.
I think they still have to decide whether they're moving the trial out of Fremont County
Okay.
and whether the...
For the Vallow case, not the Morphew case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the Vallow case. And,
Mhm.
and then there was the issue, and this might already be resolved now, but the issue of combining their cases.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen now.
No, I don't think so either.
I think that's a done deal. Since
Unless she's miraculously cured.
Yeah,
ahead
I
of
think at
time.
this point, Chad's lawyer won't allow that to happen. Pryor won't allow that to happen anyway, because they're so far gone with his case, they're not going to backtrack to put hers in with his. So, I could be wrong, but makes sense.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
does. It does.
Yeah.
It's logical.
Yeah. So, I think that's it.
I think that's it for now.
All right, so until next time, bye.
Bye.